Hello everybody and welcome to this Victor makeup tutorial. I hope this will be helpful to some of you. Let's get started!
So, first of all, I take off my glasses and put my hair under a wig cap. Next, I put on my lenses. For Victor, I use lenses from honeycolor.com, which are the Bokon Vibrant Match in Blue. I will be putting the link to these in the description. Alright, now let's get started with the actual makeup. First off, I'm gonna prime my face with the Catrice Prime&Fine. Primer is a beautiful thing because it makes the makeup you put on your face stay longer and pop more. Okay, so next we're gonna do something a little weird. Since I have really dark hair, I have to cover my sideburns so that they won't stick out from underneath the wig. And for that I use two different things. First off, the white makeup from Kiomi. It's the Kiomi Aqua Cream makeup in C01. Again, the link to this will also be in the description. And I use the P2 lash extension base, but I actually only use the brush of it. So if you have an old mascara brush lying around, you can also just clean it and use it. Then I apply some of the Kiomi makeup to the brush and start applying it to my sideburns. And of course I always end up making a mess out of myself, so I have to clean my ears afterwards. Okay, next step will be highlighting. I basically use this very light camouflage makeup from Grimas to highlight places like the circles under my eyes. I also highlight my nose to be able to slim it down later. Whenever I highlight, I can't help but think that it looks funny, so I'm sorry if I make goofy faces. As a last part, I'm highlighting my cheekbones to make them pop more later. Next I go over to foundation. For that I use the Kiomi Aqua Cream makeup in color C22. To apply it I use a thing called a makeup egg in Germany. I don't know if this exists also outside of Germany, but if not you can probably just use any kind of applying method you use usually. And then I just dab the makeup in. The dabbing also actually blends the two colors. After that I usually use my fingers to get to parts which are difficult to access, like the nose or whatever. And then we can start with the contouring. For that I use the Catrice Deluxe Glow Highlighter makeup palette, which you also find in dm in Germany, but outside of Germany I'm not quite sure. I usually start with the temples when I contour. Then I go over to the jawline. Contour the cheekbones while making funny faces. And finish with the contouring of the nose. Alright, that's all for contouring. Now, in order to make sure that the makeup stays where it's supposed to stay, I'm applying the first layer of transparent powder. The transparent powder I use is again from Kiomi, and I will put the link to it in the description. Transparent powder does two things actually. First, it fixates your makeup, of course, And secondly, it breaks the lights in a different manner than your skin would usually do it. This is actually perfect for pictures because it makes your skin look more smooth. So I can't say this enough, transparent powder is really important for us cosplayers. Okay, next we're doing the eyes. For that first I use a primer again, and as you know, primer is really important because it makes the colors pop out more later and stay longer on your skin. Then I used a nude color palette which I bought last year from Amazon to start with the eye makeup. I start with a light brown color for the lower part of the eyelids. Then I use a lighter brown tone to make the central part of the eyelid. For that part I like to use my fingers to apply it. And then I use a very dark brown tone to define the eyelids more. I mostly use it to define the crease and to draw a line towards the eyebrows. And then I use the last color which I apply to the outside of the eyes. This part is again optional, but I saw a few cosplayers do it, like Reka for example, and I really liked the effect it gave. And as you can see, I like to use my finger to blend the colors, which is not very professional. Maybe you should use a brush to do it. Okay, now let's go for eyelining. Here I use the Essence 2-in-1 eyeliner pen and basically just a thin side of it. But again, I need a proper mirror to do that, so I'm sorry you won't be seeing me eyelining. Drawing on the inside of the eye gives you this kinda anime-ish look. Next I use the lightest color from my Nude palette and highlight the center of my eye. And then you have the obligatory boyfriend walking through the background. Can't work with that. Okay, so back on topic. I use this white color on the center of my eyes and on my waterline in order to make my eyes look bigger. Okay, next is mascara. I use the P2 High Impact Mascara Length and Lift. God, who thinks up these names? For Victor I was actually thinking of making the eyelashes white, but somehow this didn't turn out as I thought it would. In the profile it looks actually really cool, but if you take pictures from the front it looks like you have no eyelashes, so I went with black ones instead. And as a last step we're using the two components from earlier again to draw our eyebrows white. Here again I thought of covering them up and drawing them on again, but I kinda didn't like the result, so I went with this more natural version. Okay, last step is lips. Here I'm using P2's Perfect Color Lip Liner in the color 128, combined with the P2 Full Color Lipstick in color 220. So I'm actually doing this because my natural lip color pops out pretty much from all those very light colors in my face right now. And also because I think that Victor has a very defined lip line, he looks very suave and very feminine, and that's why I chose to do that. And here my camera didn't want to focus where I wanted it to focus, but this was again just to show you what kind of lipstick I use, and you can find it in the description as well. And this is where I realized that I applied too much color and where I'm actually taking half of it off again. And then we go for the very last round of fixing powder. And now I'm just reaching for my wig. And this is the completed look. Alright, thank you for watching and bye bye everyone!